My coworker kept bragging about his side hustle flipping vintage furniture, made it sound like he was some genius entrepreneur. Then I noticed my grandmother's dining table in his Instagram post for $300 to $800. For context, I work at a mid-sized marketing firm downtown. There's this guy named Derek who sits 3 cubicles down from me. Nice enough guy on the surface. Always dressed well, drove a newer Audi, talked constantly about his weekend projects. Every Monday morning, he'd come in with stories about the incredible deals he found, how he had an eye for quality, how people were practically giving away valuable pieces because they didn't understand furniture. He'd show us his Instagram during lunch breaks, thousands of followers, comments from buyers asking about availability. He made it seem like he was running this successful business on the side. Some people in the office were even asking him for tips on getting started themselves. I'll admit, I was a little impressed at first. Then last Tuesday, I'm scrolling through Instagram during my commute home, and I see it. This beautiful oak dining table with carved legs, the same table where my grandmother served Sunday dinners for 40 years, the same table where I did my homework as a kid. The caption read, "Stunning 1940s oak dining set, museum quality, $300 $800 or best offer." My stomach dropped. I immediately texted him, casual, friendly, "Hey man, that table you posted is gorgeous. Where do you usually find pieces like that?" His response came quick. Estate sales mostly. Sometimes I buy from people who don't know what they have. You know, clearing out garages and basements. Old stuff they think is junk. Cool story, Derek. Except that's my grandmother's table. The one I specifically stored at my parents' house after she passed away 8 months ago. I wasn't ready to part with it yet. Needed time to figure out where it would fit in my apartment. My parents had mentioned something a few weeks back about a nice young man from my office who helped them clear out some space in their garage. They said he was so polite, so helpful. I didn't think anything of it at the time. Now it made perfect sense. I went back through his entire Instagram feed, scrolling months back. There was my grandfather's workbench, the one he built himself in 1952, posted 6 weeks ago, sold for $2,200. My grandmother's sewing cabinet with the original Singer machine inside, posted 2 months ago, gone for $950. A vintage brass lamp I remembered sitting on their side table my entire childhood. Even the wooden step stool my grandfather used in his workshop. I called my parents immediately, asked them about the guy who helped with the garage. They told me Derek had been so nice about it, said he noticed they were doing some organizing and offered to help. Then afterward, he mentioned he collected vintage items and would be happy to take some of the old furniture off their hands. Told them he was actually buying it as a surprise for me, that I'd mentioned wanting to restore some pieces but didn't want to bother them about it. My parents felt terrible. They'd sold him 6 pieces total for $200. Everything I'd specifically asked them to hold on to. Everything I'd planned to restore myself when I had the time and space. Derek had played them perfectly. Friendly coworker helping out his colleagues' elderly parents. They had no idea. So I did something simple. I went to my parents' house and found the old photo albums. There it was, a picture from Thanksgiving 1987. My whole family gathered around that exact dining table. My grandmother at the head smiling, the carved legs visible, the distinctive grain pattern in the wood unmistakable. I posted it to Instagram, tagged Derek's account, added a caption, "So grateful to everyone helping me locate my late grandmother's furniture. This table means everything to our family. Special thanks to Derek for helping me track down these stolen pieces." Within an hour, his comment section exploded. His buyers were furious. People demanding to know if their purchases were stolen property. Others tagging the local police department. Someone had already screenshotted everything and posted it to a vintage furniture collectors group with 50,000 members. His followers were dropping by the hundreds. People were sharing my post everywhere. Derek tried deleting comments, but they came faster than he could remove them. Then he tried making his account private, but the screenshots were already circulating. His phone must have been on fire because I could see him at his desk, face red, typing frantically. By lunch, our boss had called him into her office. I watched through the glass walls as she showed him something on her computer. His face went completely white. An hour later, security was walking him out with a box of his stuff, and that night the police showed up at his apartment with a warrant.